Alright, I got it figured out. There's a little screw out here that I have to turn out. I've got the next screw turned out. Alright. Country 11. People wave at each other here. Alrighty. This is the main bonding wire to ground. Alright, tighten this down. There, that's done. Now I can attach to a ground rod. Now, let me pull you off the stand here. Alright, here we are. So this is a ground bridge. As you can see, these 6 green screws here, and this one screw right here, that's what I had to loosen out to push the wire up through. The wire comes up, and it's connected to a common ground bus. Yes, it's called a bus. So now, anything else that gets installed out here, the ground can be attached to one of these 6 screws, which needs to be snugged up. Like, for instance, I'm going to have internet cable installed shortly. So when they install their ground, they can connect right here. It will be connected to these 2 ground rods, one of which will be right here, and another one will be 6 feet away. And then we have an authorized, firm, good ground, and whoops, sorry, we'll be good to go. So that's what I got going. I've got to get a wrench that will fit inside these sockets here, and I don't have one. So that'll be later on. I'm going to put the cover on. I'm going to go ahead and set the first ground rod right here, and we'll take it from there. I'll be back in a bit. All right, we're almost there. I only whacked myself in the head with the top of that thing once so far and drew blood. That feels good. I got to get about this much more pushed in. Well, down close to grade. Okay, you get the idea. Service going in. It's Monday morning. Brad has got the cable and the pipe up, and he's getting ready to make the final connections here. And because the lift has bad batteries, we have to use my generator to give it power so that we can do the work. So Ted at Taylor Reynolds is going to be getting an earful when he brings the lift back, and probably there's going to be no charge for it. So you saw how I grunted and groaned with the cables down in the bottom. Now you get to see a pro working the top. And I'm going to move around the other side. Okay, first things first, you get the ground wire connected. I suppose I should have asked Brad if it's okay to put the back of his head on YouTube. YouTube University. I put everything on there so my wife can see what I'm doing. Or not doing. Her being 5,000 miles away. One more winter away. Yeah, now, see, this is killing me. Up here in the meter side, they put cap screws. Down on the bottom, it's Allen socket, or Allen screws. And I didn't have the right size wrench, so I had to go in town and buy one yesterday. But hey, more tools is always a good thing. Always. I think he's done this a time or two.
Time Life book this morning before I come out. I read Time Life book before I come out this morning.
Oh, there we go.
So,
The how to do electrical?
yep. Or how not to.
Yeah.
Usually
Yeah, I got a book in the camper, but it's just so I can remember how to do a three-way.
You know, that's like the hardest thing for any new electrician. I'm
Yeah.
really crazy at that. And once you get it, and it's simple.
And if you do it every day, you don't need the book.
No, I would hope not.
There, just like that. An entirely different attachment system up here. Alright, we're going to do the other leg back later. Oh, silence. So the wires are run all the way up to the top. The conduit is on. Let's zoom back. Let's zoom back. And we're all the way down the panel. We're connected on the top end. There we are. The only thing that's left is for me to do these connections, which I had to buy. Where am I? I had to buy this. Okay, you need to back up. I'll be back in a minute. So as I was saying, I had to buy this tool. Let's see if I can get it off. Yeah, that booger right there. Actually, I had to buy a set of them so that I would have something. I'm using a different camera here today. Something that would go in here so I could tighten these lugs. So that's my next little job here. I'll get that done, and then I can start putting dirt in the ditch after I put this second ground rod down there at the end of the ground cable. But my day got started a little early, so I'm going to have some breakfast. And then I'll be back out later. But we got us electrical service from top to bottom now. And from what I understand, the electrician said I can call CMP and tell them to come in and set the meter and connect the wires at the top. So we'll see what happens.